So I have never filmed uh, a talk through video. I've never filmed a talk through video because I feel like talk through videos are super long, like just way too long. And I like to keep my videos at least under 15 to 20 minutes. So sorry in advance if this video is long, and I'm just gonna get right into it. So my face is already primed with the Becca Ever Matte Primer as usual because, like I said before, I like to keep my face matte. And secondly, we are gonna go in with brows with the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in chocolate. I normally use espresso, but I'm out of it, so I'm trying to use my brown. My brown is more of a warmer color, so now you guys can see in real time how long it takes me to do my brows. It takes me a really long time because you have to like focus and just get everything situated. So this is the brows in real time, people. And of course, I don't like to talk when I'm doing my brows because it's like I just have to stay focused. And then like my hand kind of rests around my mouth area. So if like my mouth moves, obviously the hand is gonna move too and just like mess me up. So normally when I'm doing my brows, it's like complete silence. Good. So we just fill them in. And the thing with brows, a lot of people seem to think that when you do your brows, you have to fill them in all the way. And when I mean by all the way, they harshly fill them in all the way. And that's not really necessary. The main way that I keep my brows looking natural, because as you guys can see, I obviously have brows. It's just not, they just don't appear as much as I would like to, especially this one. This, for some reason, the hairs on this brow are darker than the hairs on this one. So me just filling in my brows, it's what I like to do to complete my makeup look. I feel like if my brows are not done, then it's like no point. It's no point of doing the rest of the face. Like I can't stand when I'm out in public and I see these girls with just eyelashes on, and I mean like huge bat wing eyelashes. That is not the look that you want to go for. So if you are one of those girls doing it, throw some brows on too, pretty please, for the rest of us. So now going in with my NYX full coverage concealer in medium. And ever since I could remember, I've been using concealer as a brow bone color and to clean up my brows as well. So I just do this. This is just 2 steps in one. And when I first started doing makeup, I would clean up my brows on top and on the bottom. And most people, they still do that now, but when they clean up the top of the brows, they blend it in with their foundation. Me, I was stupidly enough wasting product, and I would wipe it away with a makeup cloth to get a nice, clean, sharp look. Now that I have been doing this for a while, I really don't have to clean up the top of my brows because nobody's brows are that perfect. So I try not to clip the top of my brows, and majority of the time it's right on point, A1. I really don't have to clean them up on top. Now I'm gonna go in with kind of like a NYX jumbo pencil, but it's not. NARS makes them instead. I'm not sure if NARS still makes them, but this is in the color Calabria. So the color on the inside of the tube is most likely what it looks like out here on the outside of the tube. And if I want to do a maroonish kind of color, browns, this is the base that I use for my eyeshadows. I'm just like in love with this. So this is just gonna go all over the lid. And yes, it looked a little bit purple, but it looks awesome underneath the brown that we are gonna do today. So all over the lid, not above the lid, only on the lid. And we're gonna just pat this in. Make sure it's not too what do you call it? It's not too much product on the eyelid. You're able to move it around, blend it in. And this look that I have going on today, for some reason I've been wearing it all week. I've literally been wearing it all week, but now I'm tweaking it a little bit because I had ordered some stuff from ColourPop and I really need to start using products that I buy. I get excited to buy things and I don't use them as often as I should. I stay in my routine, I stay in my lane. So we're gonna just try more stuff here. So now I'm going in with the Lorac Gold palettes, and Lorac's eyeshadow, Lorac, I don't know how you pronounce it. Their eyeshadows are so buttery and creamy. They're so smooth. They're not chalky. They are amazing. They are one of my top eyeshadow brands that I don't mind putting the money out to buy their stuff. So this is their gold palette, and we are gonna stay right over here with the color Unedited. That is like as brown as they come. Super, super, super dark brown. So we're gonna take that and take a flat brush as well. These flat brushes, I mainly use these flat brushes to pack on eyelid colors. Maybe I should do a video on brushes. I think that might be my next video, is what brushes you should have in different purposes that they are used for and different purposes that you can use them for. So I think I might do that maybe in between holiday videos if I have time, because Lord knows I want to shoot more than one video in one day and I never get a chance to. So like I said, we're gonna pack on this color on the eyelid, all over the eyelid. Try to keep it in the eyelid area, don't go above. Once you go above, it gets a little bit too messy. And this video is for all of you guys that say to me, can you please do a more in-depth video? So this is the more in-depth video for you guys. Now, as you guys already know, in every video I use the same transitioning colors every time. It never fails. These are my holy grail transitioning colors for me, for my skin tone. So the first transition color that I always use is Brick. This is actually a cheek color, a blush, but I use it as a transition color. I've been using it for years. I've probably been using it going on 3 years now. And the brush that I use it on is a pointed, it's kind of a pointed blending brush. This is from a Sonia Cash collection, probably maybe last summer, probably summer 2014. I had gotten this brush and it's been holding a girl down, friends, day one. So ever so lightly use the tips of the brushes. Don't harshly press down onto your eyelid. There's no reason to press that hard down onto your eyelid. And just gently back and forth, windshield wiper motion. And as you were doing this windshield wiper motion, you can see that the intensity of the transition color, I can't even talk. The transition color will be more intense the more that you go back and forth, and it'll just pile up. So I'm just gonna dip back into it again and go back and forth on both eyes. I'm just speeding up the process here a little bit because, like I said, I do not like to have my videos too long. So back and forth. Now that we have that going on, let me just get straight right here. As you can see right here, the concealer is still here in this area. I only like to have my concealer from a little bit before the arch and down. So what we're gonna do is still use the pointed tip of the brush and brush back, maybe a little bit forward, back, and just blend this from here to here out. Now we just have the arch of the brow. That is where I like my highlighted area. So the second transition color that I like to add on top of that, same company, Mud. This one had broke a while ago, and it has, I was so devastated that it had broke. And this one is Pumpkin. I had crushed it down even more, sprayed a little bit alcohol on it, pressed it down with paper towel, just as fine. Just be careful using it. So once again, I'm using the same brush because this is the only brush that I use for my transitioning. This is the holy grail brush, like, ever, for me at least. So like I said before, using the tips, going in windshield wiper motion, and this is just making this transition color for me a little bit more chocolatey orange. This look is definitely a smoky eye look. I had my friend Liz a while ago. She had asked me to do a smoky look. And hey, Liz, if you're watching, this is for you. So pay close attention. And a lot of people think when you do a smoky eye look, that smoky eye is just like for the color black only. They're like, oh, I look like a raccoon when I'm finished. Like, it doesn't look good. My thing is, if you want to do a smoky eye, you need to take time and have the dedication to do a smoky eye, because you just can't throw on a couple of shades of eyeshadow and not clean it up underneath. You have to have the whole look on if you're trying to do it right. So both transition colors on. Next is I had bought this at a beauty supply store. I don't even know if this is a real website. I haven't even Googled it yet to even find out. But the brand on top says Miko. But there are plenty of companies that have this same type of color, this maroon-ish kind of brown. And this is a matte eyeshadow, and it says number 15. I have to really go in and try to find a link for this, because this is amazing. This is another color that I use every time I do a smoky eye. This to me is amazing. So now we're using more of a pointed dome brush. I think this one, oh yeah, this one is from Coastal Scents. So you should be able to find this online. So I do a nice little swirl around the eyeshadow. And this is going to go in between the lid color and the transition color. So this is just to darken up the crease. And funny enough, this is the closest thing that I have to the lid color. Just a little bit darker, a little bit more purpler in this, with this eyeshadow. So we're going from the outer corner, building it up, and moving it in from the outer corner, building it in. Now, as you can see, it's closely enough blended. Lid color, the Miko color number 15, both transition colors going into the concealer that I have. So I have never actually used a brow bone color. I just don't. I think that my concealer it goes with everything. So there is no reason for me to use a sparkly brow bone color. So now we are going to use this fluffy kind of dome brush. I know it looks kind of flat right now, but it's pretty fluffy and kind of centered. So we're going to use this to just blend everything out nicely. So you see how it looks kind of like a harsh line right there. So lightly windshield wiper motion. Blending takes a lot of time, people. So when you are doing something like this, just be patient with yourself. If you have somewhere to go, you want to do this look for the first time, do it in advance. Don't do it at the last minute. Practice with it. Now I'm going to go back in with my concealer. And sometimes when you are blending out eyeshadows, my eyebrows kind of disappear from the fallout from the brush. It will flick up into the brow. So I'm just going to go back in and make that nice clean line. See? Boom. Cleaner line. Well, no, this one is still clean, but in my eyes, it wasn't clean enough. So we're just going to use the patting motion, pat down. I like my brow bone color. It needs to be out and popping. And we're just gonna go back in just a little bit. Bring the brow bone color down, aka bring the concealer down. It might look a little bit messy right now, but it won't look messy for long. Same brush you were using for the transition colors, the first transition colors, and slowly just sweep back and forth. Now it's looking more blended. Sweep it just a little bit. Okay, so we are almost done with the eyes. So the eyeshadow that I need to get back in, I need to use because I bought it, is the ColourPop So Quickie. It's in the color So Quickie, and it is their Super Shock Shadow. And this is what it looks like. It's a very multi-toned eyeshadow, very iridescent kind of color. With the ColourPop cosmetics in general, they suggest that you use your finger. So that's what I will be doing. I will be using my finger for this because I've tried to use it on the brush and I wasn't that happy using a brush. It did not do that much. It didn't do that much for me. So we're gonna go use the finger, do a little swirl around. Let me come back in. And center of the eyelid. I've been really into the sandwich look lately. And like you guys said, like I had said to you before, sandwich, obviously you know what a sandwich is. Bread, the meat, the toppings, another piece of bread. Sandwich look. Darker eyeshadow, light in the middle. The sandwich look. And we're just gonna try to pile on this eyeshadow as much as I can because I kind of wish it was more pigmented, like more of a heavier kind of glitter look. And of course it's the holidays, so we're gonna have glitter this whole month. Just warning you guys in advance. So we're getting there. I'm trying to pack on this eyeshadow. I really liked it when I saw another YouTuber use it. So we're trying, there we go. That's as much as we're packing on with this. And remember, when you're using ColourPop cosmetics, you have to close them up immediately because it will dry out. And if you spent that money, you need to keep that money intact and make sure you use it properly. So I'm just gonna clean off my finger and clean up underneath my eye if there is any fallout, which there is. Okay, and then we're gonna put some lashes on. The lashes that I'm using, let me just show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, that's what I was saying. The lashes that I'm using for this video are actually two lashes. A couple of years ago, I saw a makeup artist stack lashes. I would have never thought to stack lashes, to like customize your own lashes or like cut them up with scissors and like do your own thing, but it has become a pretty common thing to do now, to customize your own lashes. So both of the lashes that I have used are from Forever 21, which is my favorite store. And the only thing that I don't like about the Forever 21 lashes is they don't come with names, so you can find them a little bit easier. If they came with names, it'd be awesome, but they don't, of course. So I'm just going to show you the packaging, and hopefully you can kind of match up to what it looks like in store. So I used this lash first, and these lashes were $1, so you know I had stocked up on these lashes. Then I put these on top, and these are more, come on, focus on me, focus. Oh, come on, really? These are more of a more natural look of lashes. The reason that I liked both of these lashes together, because one was pointy, one was a little bit more of a natural look. You put them together, you get kind of a wispy look for your lashes, which I really like. I don't like them. I do like a dramatic look depending on the type of eyeshadow I'm using, but I just thought this should probably look good together. I wanted some Ardell Demi Wispies, and I just couldn't find any in stock. Every store I went to, they were sold out. So I said, hey, this is just what we're gonna rock with today. So just cleaning off my lashes. I took them off last night from work, so I'm just taking off the excess glue that was on it from last night. And I already have my lash glue already prepped. I just squeeze a little bit out of the bottom, and I let it sit there and let it get a little bit dry. I let it get a little bit tacky, so when I put it on the lash, when I put the glue that's already sitting out and I sit it on the lash, it gets tacky. I can just boom, sit it on the eyelash, on my eyelash, and it won't move. Instead of it moving around when you're trying to put it on your eye, you stick it in one spot, it's gonna stay there in that one spot. So I probably should have cleaned this before the video, but this is probably taking me the longest. Now that I think about it, I've moved pretty fast through this video. Let's see if we can keep this going. I'll probably speed up the face portion of the video, because we've all seen me do that plenty of times. So just adding the glue onto the lashes, a nice even amount. More lash glue on the ends of the lashes, because that's where it tends to stick up the most. If I can get my mirror situated, that'd be nice. God. Another time where I'm not talking during my makeup. I don't speak at all when I'm doing my makeup. Oh my God, you see what I'm talking about? It's just, I can't. One more time. And another trick that I had learned a while ago, I don't know where I learned it. I don't know if I learned it on YouTube. I don't know if I learned it via Instagram, but somebody said if you're not wearing if you're not wearing eyeliner with your lashes, you want your eyelashes to appear as if they are yours, you put the eyelashes on as closely as possible to your eyelash line and you kind of push down your eyelid to hit the leftover glue that's there. So it kind of looks like it's coming out. And I tried it a couple of times and it looks pretty nice. But I think that shit is just, that's taking it to a whole nother level. Like, that's doing that's doing absolute most. The absolute most. I can't. That's just way too much.
Second eyelash.
I gotta go to the gym today. I'm thinking if I wanted to do a weight loss journey video because I have been looking a little bit too chunky lately and it was time to join Weight Watchers. My mom has already done it. My older sister has already done Weight Watchers and I've heard nothing but good things about Weight Watchers. So my mom and I had joined on the same day and we joined, of course, the weekend right before Thanksgiving. Who in the world does that besides us? And I have lost 10 pounds already since the weekend before Thanksgiving. And now I'm just trying to get back into the swing of going back to the gym. So now that the eyes and lashes are on correctly, we are gonna go in with the rest of the face. So actually Thanksgiving weekend, Black Friday, I was in Delaware at Christiana Mall because my family lives around there. And Christiana Mall, they have a Target attached to them. So I went to Target really excited, hoping that they had sold Shea Moisture Cosmetics, and they did. So I wanted to try out their foundation. I normally don't like luminous foundations because I am an oily hot mess in the T-zone area, and luminous is obviously it gives you that glow, but it gives you a lot of moisture. But of course I got it anyway, so I can just test it out. So I shake it up before I use it, put a little bit on the back of the hand, use my Sonia Cash buffing brush, and oddly enough, they use the blending brush, buffing brush, same collection from Sonia Cash. Amazing. So I dab, and patting motion on the face, swirl it around if you need to. And I've been using this foundation ever since Thanksgiving, and it's not bad. I'm just not used to this like luminous kind of look, I guess you can say, per se, because like I said, I am a matte girl all the way, and I could easily make this matte by putting some NYX powder on top just to matte out the face and matte out the shininess. You see what I'm talking about? It's already looking like gleamy, and it wasn't like I was oily before this video. I had like just freshly washed my face, so, and primed it. So like I said, this foundation ain't no joke. They said luminous, it's luminous. And now LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Warm Honey. So of course I'm recording, my camera shuts off, so I don't know where it left off at. But like I was saying before, the LA Girl Pro Concealer has become one of my new favorites. This brush applicator tip is amazing. You don't have to use an actual brush. Get the concealer, put it underneath your eyes or whatever you highlight. But for me, I only highlight in underneath the eye in a triangular shape, the chin, and I don't do my forehead for the simple fact I don't know why. Every time I try to highlight my forehead, the skin is dry there. I don't know why. It just dries. I exfoliate my skin in the shower and it's getting better. But I personally don't think that it looks nice. So I just stay away from it. Maybe one of these days I'll master it. But for now, I'm just going to do what I do and stick to what I was doing. So I used to use a sponge to blend out my under eye. No longer. I'm trying to get into the habit of using the stuff that I buy, like I said before. So with me buying all of these Sonia Cash brushes, I buy them in sets. I do not buy individual ones. I buy them in sets. Dang, people are just, it's going off over here. This brush, they have this brush in every collection. I think in the collection, it's their buffing brush. And I've been using this to blend out my concealer underneath my eyes and in my chin. Anywhere I highlight, I'm starting to use this brush to buff out the area. So I just pat it into the skin, and same thing underneath the eye. Make sure everything is blended. And just keep going. All right, now it's pretty much blended, and we are going to use, of course, the banana powder. For some reason, I kind of want to use another baking powder, because I feel like sometimes underneath my eyes I can look super muddy. And when I had told my coworker about it, she was like, no, it looks good. It looks good. And I'm like, no, I freaking look muddy. Like, stop playing with my life. Like, it's just, I don't know what it is. In my eyes, I look muddy underneath my eyes. But when I mean muddy, it like a muddy, dirtyish color. And I don't know what it is. So we're just going to try something different. So we're going to use this banana powder underneath the eyes in the areas that we have highlighted. But I think I want to go back to an old method that I used to do. I also used to use what is it? Not this one. When I first started doing makeup, I was using what's her name? L'Oreal True Match. Amazing. It still is amazing. That's the only foundation that I have in my kit still. So I used to, let me close my door since it's live. Hey Rob. What you say?
I said I thought you was like in the middle of one of your videos.
I am. That's why I'm closing my door. What was I saying? Oh, I used to use their powder foundation as my highlighting powder underneath my eyes. So in L'Oreal True Match, I am Cappuccino, which is N8, so I would use a shade lighter, which is N7, because before I didn't have no banana powder. Like I said, we was balling on a budget. So we're just gonna mix this in there with it, and we're gonna pat this underneath the eye as well, and let's just see how this comes out, because I feel like it should be okay. It shouldn't look crazy. I shouldn't look too caked on underneath the eye area, hopefully. And in my next video, I will give you an update on how this looked throughout the day. And of course, I'm going to the gym later, and I did not plan on cleaning my face before the gym, because I'm not, you see the time I spent to do this? I'm not cleaning this off. So I'm just gonna brush away all the excess powder that might have been left on. And I'm still trying to think what kind of lip color. I don't know why I never decide the lip color before I shoot this video, and it's always during the videos I'm like, what am I gonna put on my lips? What am I gonna put on my lips? I don't know. So next we're gonna go in with the contour color, and I've been using the CoverGirl Queen Collection foundation in True Ebony, and using the e.l.f. Oh god, I can't even talk. The e.l.f.'s, what is this? The small stippling brush. And this stippling brush, I probably have like, I've probably bought 3 or 4 of them, because it's not like something's wrong with the brush. I just like the quality of it, and I use them for so many different uses. Mostly I use them for the face and for contouring, and I use it also for blush as well, whether I'm using cream blush or powder blush. One simple way not to use too much blush on a brush, this stippling brush. And I'm just gonna buff this out. Not trying to use a lot. Get underneath the turban. Let me go back because I did not put enough on my hand. Have very little bit of it on the brush. Let me just get underneath the turban. So the contour is evident. I just feel like I need to brush out more underneath this under eye. I just feel like it is a lot. And sorry if you hear the shower running in the background, because the shower is literally behind this wall. And I'm kind of thinking we're gonna do a nose contour today, just a little bit, using the same foundation for the contour on the cheeks, now using it on a Real Techniques, what kind of brush is this? Deluxe Crease Brush. This is for the crease. I've never used it on the crease. I only use it for the contour on the nose. So I'm just gonna come in a little bit closer for you guys, a little bit more personal. And I'm just gonna raise my brows so I can just get in there and just ever so lightly. My nose already looks slimmer. Boom, already looks slimmer. But of course, this looks super harsh, so you just can't walk around looking like this. You have to blend that out. So I'm just gonna go back in with my foundation brush and just move up and down and just erase some of the harsh lines, just a little bit, but still looking good. Now for blush, I have been using another Sonia Cash brush, their blush brush, nice and pointed, fluffed out, and it points up to a tip. So I'm gonna go in with the Milani powder blush. This is one of their flower blushes in Love Potion number 7. It's the flower in there. So I'm just gonna pat some of that on the brush, dust some of the excess off, and smile, cheekbones only, and brush up just a little bit, dust some off. Onto the cheekbones. Of course, I always put too much blush on, so I always have to dust them off back in with the foundation brush and just swirl just a little bit just to get some of it off. And of course, another favorite part of mine within doing my face is now highlighting. Before, I was never a into it, crazy highlighter kind of person, but now I have become one. So I just started using this. This is the Sunbeam by Benefit. It is the Golden Bronze Complexion Highlighter. So this is what the bottle looks like. And when you open it, it looks like a nail polish bottle. Like, it looks like nail polish, but it's not. It's liquid highlighter. So we're gonna brush some of this on the cheekbones. Only at the high points. I already know that this video is gonna be super long. I know it. Tip of the nose. Come up a little bit for the bridge. Cupid's bow, because I'm obsessed. You know what this looks like? This looks like the old milk mustache commercials. That's what this looks like. Okay, so now that that is blended out, I have another stippling brush from e.l.f. But this is only used for my highlighters only. So we're just gonna circular motion and buff this out. Tip of the nose, come up. I swear, like, this is the year of highlighters. Like, do y'all see this right here on the tip of the, oh, look at the nose, y'all. Buff out the lip. Like, I'm already feeling like a sun-kissed goddess, and we're not even done yet. Now, my favorite, the Super Shock Cheek Pearlized color in Avalon. This is my all-time favorite, another ColourPop cosmetic. And do y'all like, oh my god, this is just amazing. We swirl around. Same brush, because this brush is only used for highlighting. And we, y'all don't even understand the passion for highlighting now. Do you guys get it yet? Like, hello highlighter, come through please. It's knocking on the door. I've answered it and I've let you in because this is serious. Same places. Now, can we try to figure out a lip for this look? Do we want to do nude? Do we want to do a brown? Do we want to do a red? No, we're not going to do a red because red is definitely too bright for this look that we have going on. I think we want to do a nude. So, let's see what we have in my bag of goodies, of course. This bag is in my purse all the time and it only holds lipsticks. It only holds lipsticks in this one bag, which is ridiculous. So maybe we could just go for a gloss. Like, maybe we don't want to put on lipstick today. Just maybe. I think that's what, do we want to do that? I don't know. I'd be so lost sometimes when I'm trying to pick out a lip color sometimes. I just don't be knowing it every time. Yeah, we're just gonna go for nice pinkish looking gloss. And Naked Gloss, Urban Decay. These glosses have actually become one of my fave glosses with a very slight hint of color. If the camera will focus, here we go, boom. And this is in the color Rule 34. So we're just gonna glide this on. Very subtle pink color. Now, now I can say that this look is pretty much finished. And I want to thank you guys for staying in this video for this long, because I know that this video is super long. One reason why I do not like doing these talk through videos. But if you guys do like these talk through videos, then let me know. Let me know via Instagram, Facebook, Tumblr, anywhere where you see this beautiful face. You guys let me know if you guys like these talk through videos, and I'll do more for you. And I will see you guys in my next video, which is another holiday look. I'm not really sure what we're gonna call this one. Oh, maybe chocolate souffle? Chocolate souffle. That might be the kick. Boom. So I will see you guys in my next video, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.